Alright, hey guys, this is Marvel's TCG. Today we're going to bring you a Nekroz Test Hand video. So I did this for Infernoids, and I want to do it with Nekroz because this one's more of like a combo oriented, and Infernoids is more, it's like case by case. It's not really like combos you can do in it. But yeah, if you want to check out the deck profile, then go to the top right corner. You're going to be able to see the deck profile if you want to see here. It's the exact same deck. I'm just going to be doing test hands and show what I would be doing if I was going like first with this hand or second. So yeah, I already shuffled it. I haven't seen what these cards are, so let's see. First 5 here. Okay. So from here you can see, so automatically when I say Bryonic and Colossalus, I just think Bryonic, search out the Nekroz monsters, Colossalus, search out your Nekroz spell. So usually here, so if you're going first, you're always going to want to set up a Unicorn, because Unicorn is like your main defense. Unicorn and the new level 10 Nekroz monster, just because with Unicorn, you'll negate like any of their future extra deck monsters, and with the level 10 Nekroz monster, you're going to be able to negate one of their monster effects. So from there, you'll be able to stop one of their like regular monsters that might go over Unicorn. And then I usually like to have something in my hand to as a defense in case they have a way to get like around all that. And usually that's in the form of like Effect Veiler or Trishula, which can negate a target. And so usually I like having cards like that, but let's see if we can set up a decent defense with this hand, which I think we will be able to. So I think with this I would go with Bryonic. So just to make it easier here, I'm going to go Bryonic and Colossalus. So Bryonic, search out the monster, and Colossalus, search out the spell. And here I would go straight for the Unicorn. Unicorn is good there. And, Unicorn, and you're going to want your Kaleidoscope. And I'm not going to shuffle it here because it's just a test hand, and it'll take too long if I do. So I'm going to just go for these two. Now, these two are dumped for that. So now that you have Kaleidoscope, you can use Kaleidoscope to search out, so instead of using a monster from your hand to summon Unicorn, you can use one from the extra deck. So you can use your level 4 Synchro, Herald of Arclight, send that instead to summon Unicorn. And then boom, now you have Unicorn up, and you activate Herald of the Arclight to get a +1 out. So with Herald of the Arclight, you have a few choices here that you can do. So it seems like it's not too great to get Incantation Inception, because you're not able to do much with this. But I think there might be some plays that we're able to do here if it's gonna be kind of tricky. It depends, like if you're willing to like lose the Effect Veiler or keep the Effect Veiler defense. So there's a few ways I could go around this. You can actually go, let me just leave that like that. If I do end up, I could think of 2 ways to go about it. So it's just any Necro or any ritual card. So you can go here for the Incantation Chalice line, or you could go here for the, let me see, what's it? Let's see, I've sure it. Okay, so yeah, you can go for the Incantation Chalice line, or you can go for the Trishula, or you can go for, what's his face? The level 8 Nekroz monster? Valkyris, there you go. So you can get any of these. Did I not get the Trishula? Oh, wait, yeah, there is. Okay, so that's the Trishula. So, with it, these are like 3 potential ones you can go for, depending on how conservative you want to go with your hand. So depending on whether or not you kind of have an idea of what your opponent's playing or what they might be playing, you can go here for a Trishula to try to stop a negate. So you can have this in your hand, so you can have an Effect Veiler to negate a monster, and then Trishula to negate a target effect. The only thing is Unicorn is not that strong, it's 2300, so really even having these two as defense won't be that great. So if you don't want to go for that, you could go for Valkyris, and then Valkyris here, you can just end the battle phase, save Unicorn, and then Unicorn continues to be an ongoing problem for them, depending on whether or not you can stop their destruction of Unicorn. And even there, you can even go with, since I run Gugnir too in my deck, which is the level 7 Nekroz monster, you can also put that in your hand to stop the destruction of a Nekroz monster. And that's the thing, right? There's a lot of potential plays that you can do with Nekroz here. So yeah, that's with those two. Now let me put them to the side. And then Chalice Slime here is if you kind of want to continue the plays that you're doing here. So let's see. With Chalice Slime, the only thing is you do have to discard him. You would have to discard him and a card. So depending on what you want to get rid of here in order to summon or get the incantation that you're trying to go for. So let's see. We could drop I guess for this example, I'm just going to drop the incantation Inception. Discard those two. And then I'm going to get myself an incantation monster. So depending on what we're trying to go for, so we can go for a monster, a spell. Yeah, I mean, these are the main two. The Candle or the Talismandra are the main two you're going to want to go for. And the thing is, there's not a lot, now that I think about it, there isn't like too much that you can do. You can just like set up like Talismandra. You know, you could go Talismandra and then set up like a monster for the next turn. Like you can search out your Bryonic and then try to go with that. But really, there isn't like crazy amount of plays that you can do even with Chalice Slime here. And if you own Ritual, you are going to take the damage for Chalice Slime. But yeah, that's just potential plays that you could do using you know, with that test hand that I had. It wasn't like an ideal test hand. It wasn't the worst, but usually if you I would have liked to see like what would have happened if we went second, because I didn't see what card I would have drawn there. Because if I would have drawn like an extra like a Ritual card or Nekroz monster there, it could have been pretty different and help set up, you know, the plays needed for the level 10 Nekroz monster and Unicorn. But yeah, we're gonna do one more test hand, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Okay guys, so I shuffled it. Now let's see the second test hand here. Okay, so here we got 2 Unicorns, Kaleidoscope, Manja the 10,000 hand, and Zaborg. So usually you want to see Zaborg if you're going to get like any of the incantation cards, because now you're going to be able to do a lot of plays just with those cards alone. But since here you don't have that, you're not going to want to really do much, or you're not going to really be able to do much with Zaborg without sacrificing a lot. Like you could summon Zaborg here, but you won't be able to really use the effect to dump the cards that you want to dump from each side. So probably just don't use Zaborg here if it's your opening turn. If anything, just do the same play that I said, where, you know, go Kaleidoscope, summon Unicorn, dump the Herald of Dark Light, and then pick up a, you can either pick up a Ritual spell or pick up a Ritual monster, and then, you know, summon Manju of the 10,000 hand, search out the other card you need, and then from there try to set up, you know, what type of play you're going to go with, like what type of main monster you're going to want to have out. Again, like I said, usually you're going to want to have Unicorn and some sort of backup protection for him. But yeah, let's see if we went second here. So second here would have been not too great with the Effect Veiler. You're going to most likely want to do the same sort of play that I said. Yeah, nothing too crazy. Sadly, because the Zaborg only becomes active when you have the incantations. But yeah, that's just some potential plays that you could do there. But yeah, let's do another test hand. Okay guys, so for the third and final test hand, just finished shuffling here. Okay, so again, this is a pretty good hand. Any like hand really where you get, my bad, I was showing up there. There you go. Any hand where you get Clausulus and Bryonic is pretty good to have. And yeah, Preparation of Rites is just kind of a busted card where you can just search out level 7 or lower Ritual monster, which is usually a good way to go if you don't have what's it called? If you don't have Bryonic here, you can just search it out. That's usually what I go with, Preparation of the Rites here. But yeah, so as you can see, the main thing that is missing here is a Ritual spell. So you're gonna want to go for that first. So okay, so first I would probably go with, you know, Special Summon Talismandra. So well, in order to Special Summon Talismandra, you're gonna have to choose another incantation to go with it. And remember, it can't be the same one. So I usually go for Candle, especially in the first turn, since you don't have any cards in your grave right now, and so you're not going to be able to use like the Bookstone or the Feather to get anything from the grave. So you're going to go for Candle, and then with Candle, you're going to most likely want to go for, let's see, here I would go for a Nekroz Kaleidoscope, because Kaleidoscope is my go-to ritual card. I do like that one the most, just because just dumping cards from your extra deck doesn't really cost, like, you know, dumping cards from your hand is a bigger cost than dumping them from the extra deck here. But yeah, now that you have Kaleidoscope, you can go for you know, Preparation of the Rites. So it's actually interesting because you can do a few things here. Now that I like look at it a bit clearer, you can, okay, so it's kind of cool because, okay, so Clausulus could obviously have been used to search for the ritual card, but I think here is a pretty good hand of just showing where, like, you want to set up the level 10 Nekroz monster, Unicorn, and have some sort of defense if you're going first. So I guess my way of going about that would be, okay, let's just do it right away. Let's use Preparation of Rites. Let's get ourselves Unicorn here. Unicorn is right there. Use Kaleidoscope. Summon Unicorn by dumping the Herald of the Arclight. And then you can use Herald of the Arclight, search out, you know, with Herald of the Arclight, you can just search out the level 10 here. Let me see. Where is he? Yeah, there he goes. Arid Bear right there. Search him out. And then once you search him out, okay, so just put the Kaleidoscope here. So yeah, once you search him out, you can use Clausulus to search out a, you know, a ritual card that you're gonna want to get. So you can use Clausulus to get a ritual. So typically here, yeah, you're typically gonna wanna. So I would probably have reversed this here, like using Clausulus and then using Preparation of the Rites. It's just you're just gonna want to find the way to always like use Preparation of the Rites when when you have a ritual card in your grave, just because you're gonna be able to recycle that back into your hand, and it's always good to have extra cards in your hand. But yeah, so okay, so I'm using Clausulus right now. Search for a Nekroz card. So you can go here for like usually, okay, we could just go for a cycle. Go for Nekroz cycle here. And since you know, for these Nekroz cards, ritual cards, they have to be exact, you're gonna want to just use Nekroz cycle. This is a level 6 and this is a low 4. You know, you could tribute these, summon Nekroz of Arid Bear, and then right there you already have the Unicorn Arid Bear protection that you're gonna want in the first turn, and you're gonna, you know, that's mainly what you're gonna want to go as your first turn play, and then now it's just establishing some form of defense. So these two are good cards to have left over to try to set up that defense. You can keep the Gungnir, just use that as a protection for one of them, because usually they're going to want to find a way to get past your Arid Bear or your Unicorn, either by popping one individually or like just having a way to negate it. But yeah, Gungnir was just a great way to go about like stopping destruction. And then you can go Bryonic. Now it depends on how confident you are that you're going to be able to sustain this play, because if you don't think you're going to be able to keep this, like you kind of have an idea of what deck they'll play and whether they'll be able to get over it, you're going to just want to what's it called? You're going to want to keep your Bryonic for the next turn, because that'll give you a way something to do the next turn. It just establishes more combos as you're able to go with Unicorn, and you know, like let's say they get rid of all this, you're going to be able to banish one of your Nekroz spells from the grave, get Kaleidoscope, and then with Unicorn, you know, you just get +1 because you do the same thing: Kaleidoscope, Unicorn, Herald of the Arclight to the grave, and then you get +1, search out a ritual card. So Bryonic is always good to have. He's just really useful. But if you feel like you really want to like maintain this and I want to have some level of protection, you can go with Nekroz Test, Send This to the Grave, and then you can search out here for, let me see where he is, Nekroz of, again, you can go like Nekroz of Valkyries, but that's not really going to help you maintain your protection. It's going to be Nekroz of Trishula here if you're going to want to try to protect them. So now you have these two cards. So Unicorn is just going to be able to negate any of their extra deck monsters. And Nekroz of Arid Bear is going to be, by tributing a monster, you're able to negate and banish one of their monsters that activates their effects. And that's a really good defense here to have. And it's definitely what Nekroz needed, and it's a good thing that Nekroz got this card. And if they try to get over one of these guys, they're usually going to want to like do something to the Unicorn, so because they rely on the extra deck monsters. So if they summon like a regular monster and you don't want to like waste a tribute with Arid Bear to negate banish it, and they try targeting the Unicorn, you could just go Trishula, boom, and then you protect it from that target. And then if they try to do a destruction card, you can go Goong there, protect it from that. And yeah, and then from that you'll be able to maintain this field, which is a really good field to have as a Nekroz player. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for the test hands. If you want to see more test hands with all the other decks, or if you want to see something else, let us know. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.